Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to the monochromatic Instagram hop again this week. Our featuring colour is Azure Afternoon, which is so fun. It's probably one that I haven't used too often. I've got both the cardstock, the basic white thick, and I'm using the Attention Shoppers bundle, which you can find that on page 65 of the new annual catalogue. It's amazing. I'm also using a new embossing folder that's in the new annual catalogue as well. It's called Dotted Circles. It's a 3D one. You can find that on page 129 of the annual catalogue. That's where you'll find all the wonderful embossing folders. So I'm starting off with basic white thick card base. I've just scored in half. I'm going to cut in half, and there is our two card bases. And this is a top folding card. I'm also going to add some layers. So I've got my Azure Afternoon cardstock, and I also want another piece of basic white. I'm going to change my mind in just a second, but that's just the way it goes. So the Azure Afternoon is 3x3. And then we have that basic white layer, which is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Now, the reason I changed my mind, which is so funny, these dotted circle embossing folder is absolutely huge. It actually covers the same size as our cutting plate on our cut and emboss machine. So it's really, really, really big, as you can see. So what I had in mind is I wanted the center of that circle to be the center of my card front, or my card base. Because it's so big, it's only going to go in, with the card sticking out a certain way. So I do a few things with my brain working, or not working as it works, and decide that I need a card front for my card base. So I actually have, I cut it down to be the card front exactly measuring, so 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. And then we're going to layer this one through the embossing folder. Now, it's a 3D embossing folder, so it has some really, really gorgeous texture. Lots and lots of texture there. And I'm going to use plate 4. So that's our 3D embossing folder plate. So we use our normal base plate, the embossing folder with the cardstock inside it, then plate 4 over the top. And look at the detail in this. Stunning, absolutely amazing. And yeah, you could do some great things with dies with this as well. So yeah, I've got lots of ideas, people. Alright, so I'm going to start working with just a scrap piece of basic white. I'm going to do some stamping because I want to actually fussy cut that little cake image out and pop him up on the card front. So I'm going to stamp that in Memento Tuxedo black ink. And then we're going to bring our Azure Afternoon stamping blends in and colour in. So just very basic colouring. And, we're going to hit it with a little bit of Wink of Stella as well. So as we're going, and we're just watching that, I just wanted to let you know that this is a Instagram monochromatic hop. So over on Instagram, you can go over and check out what everyone else is creating using Azure Afternoon. My handle is at Stampin tracy.bish. There's no G in stamping. So go over there, and then in the comments section of my post, you'll be able to see everyone who's taking part this week, which is amazing. I'm always very inspired by what everyone creates because, monochromatic can get a little bit hard after a while, and I'm always inspired by how well people come up with different ideas, which is awesome. So once we have this all coloured in, we can either run it through the die set and die cut it out, or you can fussy cut it, up to you. What I really love about this Attention Shoppers bundle, which you can find it on page 65, and yeah, here we go. I'm just going to fussy cut because sometimes that's just as quick. Page 65 of the new annual catalogue, it has a shopping trolley. We have a plant, we've got some bubbly, we've got the cake, we've got flowers, we've got a bag with, like a packaging bag. The sentiments are amazing on this one as well. Shopping is always a good idea. Treat yourself, happy birthday, thanks, and just for you. So you've got, all those bases covered, and I do love the examples and samples that they have in the catalogue. So please go over, check out page 65 of the catalogue, and I know you're going to love this bundle. I've got lots of ideas coming using this bundle. Now, if you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used on today's card, you can certainly purchase them in my online store if you live in Australia. And I would love it if you do, because I have got some wonderful gifts that I send out to my customers each month. So the first one is I have a handmade card that I send out as a thank you, as well as the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for the month. For this month, it is the Unbounded Beauty Suite. So absolutely gorgeous suite in the new catalogue. There are 12 wonderful projects in there that have full colour photos, all the instructions, all the measurements, everything that you need there. So I send that out. If you spend over $65 in product, I'll also send you the monthly tutorial bundle. It just went out of my head. So I would love to spoil you as a customer and a friend. Alright, so what we've done here on that basic white 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 piece is I've used my blending brushes and added a little bit of that azure afternoon in the middle. Then I've come in with the happy birthday stamp and I've just randomly stamped that all the way around to give it a little bit of background noise. And this is this gorgeous ribbon. This is this silver white 1/2 inch sheer ribbon. We're just going to add a little bit of that to the back of our birthday cake there and add that down. So I think this is, even though blue, it's a nice bright blue, this would work for male or female cards, and I really love blues. Blues are my favourite colour. Let's stick that piece of ribbon down with some tear and tape, and then we're going to pop it up onto the card as well with some dimensionals. Yeah, so make sure you head over to Instagram and have a look at what everyone else is creating using Azure Afternoon. There'll be some great ideas there for you to really look at and maybe create for yourself. Each week's a different colour, so I really hope that you're enjoying my projects each week. It's been certainly fun to create them all as well. So yeah, and a little bit of extra content is always good. Okay, so we're just going to pop this card together now. We're going to pop them up with some dimensionals. I wanted to sort of offset those squares, both the Azure Afternoon and the basic white, and I do muck around a little bit with those just to sort of see where I want those layers to sort of go, whether I want them to be straight up and down, a little bit more obscure than others. Like, yeah, I've got one a little bit obscure, and then I sort of do a little bit more, so a bit more pronounced to there, which, you know, I think that looks really nice. And the 3D embossing folder in the background really does pop. I could sort of blend that in a little bit more if I brought my blending brushes in and maybe added a little bit of extra colour, but I really wanted it to be really stand out and be nice and white. So once I'm happy with the design, I'm going to add some liquid glue down to those two layers and then dimensionals to pop it up. And we're also going to use just liquid glue to adhere that embossing piece down to a basic white card base. And then, of course, we can't just leave it just there. We've got to add a few little more, you know, niceties, maybe a little bit of sparkle and shine. And I don't have any Azure Afternoon embellishments, so what I've gone with is the Wink of Stella. We're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the cake, but then I'm also going to just splat a little bit of Wink of Stella over the top, just by using, you know, something that I have on hand. I think I use scissors from memory. So you just want to be able to hit something up against it. Yeah, there you go, scissors, perfect. And that gives it a nice little sparkle and shine in the background. So if you've enjoyed this card today, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, maybe share the video with your family and friends. And yeah, if you would like to purchase any of the supplies that I've used on today's card, you certainly can in my online store. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be back with another video tomorrow, so please come back and join me for that one. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.